It's time. As you can probably tell right now, I did get a Canon T7i, but the reason that I got the T7i is kind of because it was just the next step up. So right now I am recording using the EOS Rebel T6 by Canon, and this is the inaugural moment where we switch over from the T6 to T7i. Now, you can notice right away how it's a lot crisper of an image, and so that falls into the part of how the T6 has a 18 megapixel capture, whereas the 7i has a 24 megapixel capture. Now, it doesn't really, it affects the quality, no doubt, but the thing is, both of these shots are being shot on 1080p. That's right, it's the exact same quality, it's just the megapixel difference that is making it so much better. The other thing is, right now, if I move with the T6, you'll notice my focus changes no matter where I go. With the 7, notice how it comes right back to me. And I can also just do a little touch screen. That's a nice water bottle. Before I filmed this part, I was having a fight with that microphone because I am using the Milky microphone right now. Now, upgrading to the T7i, I did buy 2 extra parts. So I already had the tripod, so that is going to be the mainstay for the T7i. However, I also bought brand new rechargeable batteries, so that way I can have spares. But I also did buy a Rode Video Micro to replace the Milky, just because Rode is more of a household name, as well as, I looked at some comparison videos and the Rode often had the better review, as the Milky didn't always have the audio perfectly as it should be, but the Rode had it more to a lifelike. It's just kind of the name's associated to the quality, and so I went for the quality which goes with the name. So it's not just Rode itself and being a Rode product, but the quality that's associated with it. That's why I decided to change. Also because that way, having 2 microphones, I can have the Rode always plugged in on this camera and always have the Milky ready so that I can plug it into my phone or my laptop in order to do recordings or do my podcasts. So that's what I've decided to change. They're the new stuff that's coming in order to help me assist on this. Now, there are some other kind of aspects about it. Now, I'm going to take the T7i and I'll show it in the T6's field. Now, the audio is going to change because it's a shotgun. The shotgun's pointing this way right now. But the way that this is, as you can see, the lens is a lot smaller and the body, is also a lot smaller. This body appears as if it should be on a mirrorless camera. They cut down a lot from what's going on with the T6. And I can't argue because it doesn't affect the camera quality at all. It just threw me off because I'm not used to these focus lenses or focus rings on the camera. I'm used to having to just adjust the end. Because as you can see on the T6, it does have a longer lens as well as a thicker body. And so I found that to be interesting about it. Because, staring at the both of them, I can see that this one is a lot smaller. And now you may think that's not too big of a difference. I mean, what does that really fall into? It's more so the fact that they were able to take all the technology, compress it, and still advance it, which is a big thing in the tech world today, and just seeing it between one model's jump is kind of crazy. Now, you may be wondering what's going to go on with the T6 if I'm going to be using the T7i as my primary vlogging camera now. And so what's going to happen is, as you guys know, I bought this adapter. And so this adapter keeps it plugged into the wall, and right now I have it sitting on this big old tripod here. It's up here, as you can see, and it is currently recording as I'm doing this. Now, this tripod is going to go back over to the corner of my desk, so I have two of these tripods. One tripod is up here, and it's what I use for all my recordings. So it sits at the corner of my desk over here. I put the base plate on the camera is plugged in, and I just set it on and start recording after I get it all set up. I have a second tripod which is downstairs, and that is at the area where I do my podcasts. So that way I can record down there, and all I really have to do is unplug, carry the camera, the adapter, and go downstairs. I do have a memory card in there right now. It is a 30, I believe it's a 32. Nope, my 32 is right there. It's a 64 in there right now. And so that's because I had to do some shots in order to do the transitions for the intro of this video, as well as I was filming some stuff the other day before this arrived, and so I had to do it on there. Now, the one downside with these tripods is the size of their base plates. Now, I'll show you guys on the T7i. So you see how this base plate is, it's about 3 inches across and 2 inches vertically from the way I'm holding it right now. And so what that does is it covers the battery and card output, or not output, but holder. So it makes it hard to access the card every time because you have to unscrew it, twist it, and then open it. I'm not opening it now or it'll shut the camera off. But that is kind of the pain about it all. But luckily I won't have to access that too many times now, which is a benefit kind of moving from that onto the T7i, because the battery is far to the right. Now this is mirrored, so it's far to the left for the way this is, as well as the battery, or not the battery, the card is read along the side, which is a big help because that way you can just grab the tripod, not have to worry about anything. Even if it was on this base plate, I would still be able to kind of just set it and work around it, which big helping things. And so, you know, this, like I said, is going to be my primary. I am getting the second microphone in order to make it so like I can just have this thing set and ready. I'll try to always have batteries charged, have them set, so that way if there's anything I want to record, anywhere I'm going, anywhere I can take the camera and record anything. If I think there's going to be something there, you know, all I have to do, grab the batteries, grab the camera, battery in, and off I go. Using the T6 for my streaming as well as my not blog, as well as for my podcasts, it will create kind of a technical gap, because if I was using the T7i, it does have a higher ISO range as well as a better aperture. And so by doing that, you know, it does kind of limit the lights that I can use, the time of day that I can record. Because like right now, I have a giant light on in my room because it's dark out. And so, like, I know this camera, or my T6, will be having a struggle time with it, but I can see that my T7i isn't having the worst time. I know I have like terrible shadows here under my eyes because of the way the light's hitting me. I can see that clearly on the capture, or on the screen. You know, I can see everything's kind of lit yellow. I look like I'm half Simpsons character. But you know, that's kind of just a minor step, I guess, because you know, you can see that I'm fully lit. There's no issues with my lighting. It's just the lighting situation. Like, my ISO, I can't see, like, if I come up close, like, I can't see any noise on it. With this T6, there is a frequent amount of noise that is created from recording in different light situations. So, I do have this lamp right here, which does kind of help out as it is very bright, so I can record in lower lighting and have my background lit up as well, creating it so there's not as much noise, but there's just those gaps there. And so, you know, with all this being said, this is the official transition. So now, like, I can do this. Like, no issue. Like, there's the light. It'll be a pain for you guys. But, like, as you can see, like, the shadow's gone on my face. But, you know, with all this being said, thank you guys for watching. You know, this is where I'm going to end the video. And I'll catch up with you guys again next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, if there's anything you want to see, anything you want to hear, anything you want to talk about, feel free, comment it down below while you're down there. Feel free to hit the like button, as well as to subscribe. And don't forget, don't party too hard, and I'll catch up with you guys again next time.